The polished wood of your manager's door feels cool against your knuckles. You pause for a moment. Your heart thrums a little faster. Your notes feel heavy in your hand. This is it. The moment to ask for a raise. The fear you feel is not a weakness. It's a universal human response. The same anxiety that bubbles up before any important personal stakes conversation. Many people stand exactly where you are, feeling the exact same way. This nervous energy is normal. It's a sign you care about your work and your professional standing. You are not being greedy or demanding. You are initiating a crucial business discussion about your value and your future with the company. Asking for compensation that reflects your contributions is part of career management. Think of it as a progress report for your financial health at work. The foundation of a successful raise negotiation is not built on feelings, but on facts. Your conviction that you work hard is important, but it is not persuasive on its own. You must ground your request in concrete, objective data. This process begins with knowing your market value. You need to understand what the industry is paying other professionals with your skills, your experience, your level of responsibility in your geographic area. This information transforms your request from a personal plea into a logical business proposition. It shows you have done your homework and are approaching this as a partner in the business. Start your research by visiting reputable online resources. Websites like glassdoorsalary.com, LinkedIn Salary. Look for job titles that closely match your own. Pay attention to company size, industry location. Do not just look for a single number. Instead, identify a realistic salary range. This gives you and your manager more flexibility during the discussion. Imagine trying to ask for a favor while your friend is trying to defuse a ticking bomb. They are probably not going to be very receptive. The same principle applies when asking for a raise. The timing of your request can have a significant impact on its outcome. Choosing the right moment demonstrates your strategic thinking and your awareness of the company's broader context. A well-timed ask lands on receptive ears, while a poorly timed one can be dismissed before you even finish your first sentence. Your goal is to find a window when your manager is most able to listen, consider, and act on your request. The ideal time to discuss compensation is often linked to moments of high visibility for your work. Ask for the meeting shortly after a big win. This creates a natural and logical bridge to a conversation about your compensation, reflecting that increased value. Formal review cycles are another excellent opportunity. This is a time when managers are already focused on evaluating contributions and budgets are being allocated for raises. Check with HR or your manager about the timeline for these reviews so you can prepare your case well in advance. Once you have your data and have chosen your moment, you need to structure your argument. Walking into the meeting with a vague sense of deserving more money is not a strategy. You need to build a clear, compelling case that presents your achievements as a return on investment for the company. This means organizing your contributions into a narrative that is easy to follow and supported by evidence. Think of yourself as a lawyer preparing for court. Your notes, your data, your key talking points are your evidence. A well-prepared case shows professionalism and makes it easier for your manager to become your advocate. Begin by creating a brag sheet or a career highlight reel. This document should list your key accomplishments since your last review. For each accomplishment, use the STAR method situation, describe the context task, explain your responsibility action, the specific steps you took result, the measurable outcome. For example, last quarter, I was tasked with increasing engagement on our social media channels. I launched a new video content series. I launched a user-generated content campaign. The meeting has arrived. You have done your research, timed it right, prepared your case. Now, it is all about the delivery. The tone you set in the first few minutes can guide the entire conversation. Your goal is to be calm, confident, collaborative. Start by expressing your appreciation for the opportunity and your commitment to the company. A positive opening, like "Thank you for meeting with me. I really enjoy my role here, and I'm excited about my future with the team," establishes a constructive atmosphere right away. It shows this conversation comes from a place of engagement, not dissatisfaction. When you are ready to pivot to the main topic, use clear and professional language. Avoid emotional or demanding phrases like, "I think I deserve." It's not fair that instead, use framing that focuses on alignment and value. A great phrase to use is, "I'd like to discuss my compensation. Based on my research into the market rate for my role and my contributions here over the past year, I believe an adjustment is in order to align my salary with my current level of performance." This language is non-confrontational, fact-based, and focuses on a shared goal, ensuring fair pay for valuable work. After you have made your opening statement, present your evidence. Walk your manager through the highlights of your brag sheet. Keep it concise and focused on impact. Say, "I'd like to briefly review a few key achievements," and then share your top 2 or 3 quantified wins. You can offer to share the folder of proof, saying, "I've compiled some supporting documents if you'd like to see them." The conversation has concluded, but your work is not finished, especially if the answer wasn't an immediate yes. How you handle the outcome matters, particularly if it's a no or not right now. Your professional response can turn a setback into a long-term win. If the answer is yes, wonderful. Express your gratitude. Clarify when the raise will take effect. Follow up with a brief email summarizing the agreement. If the answer is no, don't show disappointment. Stay calm and professional. Avoid a negative reaction. It can damage the relationship and undercut your case. Shift from getting a yes today to building a path to yes in the future. Start with a forward-looking question.
Say, "Thank you for considering my request. Can you help me understand what I would need to accomplish to be in a stronger position for a raise in the future?" That turns a closed door into an open one.
Before leaving, set a timeline for a check-in. Ask, "If I meet these goals, could we revisit this in 6 months?" A set time frame prevents your request from falling into a void. It creates accountability for both of you. Asking for a raise feels like a monumental task, but it is simply a conversation about your value. The fear that holds so many people back can be managed and overcome with the right preparation. By shifting your mindset from a nervous plea to a professional business discussion, you take control of the narrative. This is not about emotion. It is about evidence. It is not about what you feel you deserve. It is about what your contributions and the market data show you have earned. This process is a skill, and like any skill, it gets easier and more effective with practice. The core of your request rests on 2 pillars: your performance and market realities. You build your case by meticulously tracking your achievements and quantifying your impact on the company's bottom line. You ground your request in reality by researching what the market pays for your expertise. Confidence plus evidence equals respect plus results. Arm yourself with the facts, practice your delivery, and walk into that room knowing you are advocating for yourself in the most professional way possible.